I love potato chips only if I cook them this way. I love to add a bit of onions in the water that I'm gonna cook the potatoes in, just like you see right here. I add a couple chunks of onions and any other kind of spice. I put some bay leaves in there plus salt and let that boil in the water. Let that get nicely infused in the water before I add my potatoes. This is the best trick that I love to do if I want to eat some nice crispy potato chips. And then the other thing that I learned along the way as I grow up is when I boil these potatoes, I don't want to overly cook them. So right now I'm just checking on them, watch them, and make sure that they are cooking, but I don't want to get them super duper cooked. So I would say if they're about 80% cooked, that is the best way to get them off. Just like you see right here, these potatoes are nicely cooked. Of course, a few of them are gonna be nicely cooked. However, a majority of the potatoes wanna look like this right here. Halfway cooked, and then I'll let them sit nicely flat on a tray over the counter for some time and let them completely cool. Now, here is the other trick that I like to do. I love to add a little bit of flour, just plain flour, on top of my potatoes and let it kind of, settle onto these potatoes before I deep fry them. That is one other trick that I learned along the way, and I just wanted to share with you guys. And this is what I'm trying to do right here. Of course, you could mix this in a bowl or a pan and mix the potatoes with the flour, but I find that actually just sprinkling a little bit of flour on top of the potatoes over a tray is good enough. Matter of fact, you don't even have to tap the potatoes at all, but that's what I'm doing right here. Anyways, my cooking oil is ready and it's time to put in the potatoes. Again, one other thing that I had to learn along the way as I grow up and learning to cook is not to deep fry the potatoes in super duper hot oil. In the beginning, I used to think you want to have your oil nicely hot at over 100 degrees, but no. You want to cook the oil, but not super duperly ready so that the potatoes just gradually pick up with the heat, just like this. And then I let the potatoes sit and cook themselves without doing anything. And if I have to, I only stir them once in between the frying, which is what I'm doing right here. I believe this is the only time that I got to mix the potatoes because the bottom part had kind of started browning. If you look closely, you could see that some of the potatoes were browning, and that's when I will stir them once throughout the deep frying. And again, I'll let them sit and cook themselves or fry themselves just like they are doing right here. They are nicely browning, and at this point, these potatoes are ready. And this is it, guys. This is how I love my crispy potato chips. I can tell you the aroma is great, and they are nicely crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. I boiled them with some little bit of salt. However, I find that sprinkling some little bit of salt always makes these kind of crispy potatoes amazing. Let me know, how would you love your crispy potatoes? I can eat these guys right here all by themselves. Believe it or not, I can eat this plate of potatoes without anything other than probably ketchup or something. But on this day, we did have some cucumbers, and I loved the freshness and juicy, crunchy cucumbers paired with the crispy potatoes. It was amazing. It's just a balance of fried and raw, fresh stuff. However, other family members had these crispy potatoes with some fried fish and coleslaw. Again, cucumbers are always welcome on this kind of plate. Let me know, how would you have them? Thank you for watching.